Everyone, welcome to the games. Today I'll be making a D&D character sheet for the 5th edition. I'll be making a Dragonborn Rogue, as I've already marked here. When you're making a character, you're going to do Rogue and drag your race and class first. Then you're going to 60/20s and mark down the numbers. Essentially, we are working from top to bottom here of our sheet. For this video, you will need a pen, a pencil, a set of dice, player's handbook, and any little book from D&D Star Set. Now, since I'm building a rogue, I will distribute my points as I want, highest one being dexterity. Actually, not as I want, as the book recommends, my bad. It'll be like dexterity, followed by intelligence, then like then charisma, and so on. After that, we're going to check our tiny book here, and see what our scores are. After, we look at what bonuses we get for our races. As you can see with Dragonborn, I get, for instance, ability score increase, strength increased by 2, and charisma by 1. So strength here, I'm going to mark a +2 next to it, and charisma, we'll get a +1. And while we're at Dragonborn, we'll put our speed down, which on average for every race is about 30 feet. Don't hold me back on that, because there's some races that move pretty slow. Like Turtle. And since we're level 1, we get 0 plus initiative. And under experience points, put 0. So now we're going to move on to proficiencies. With Rogue, proficiencies we get saving, dexterity, and intelligence, and I can choose 4 skills from this list here. And normally your class will give you a list of stuff to choose from. And with that, then we're ready to do our bonuses. Since we get score increases, we right now have, I chose performance, sleight of hand, stealth, and acrobatics, along with dexterity and intelligence for my saving throws and skills. My proficiency bonus at level 1 is +2, or 2+, wherever we want to put it. And now I'm going to find out these little bonuses. And for this is where these little books come in handy. They'll have the skill modifiers like right on the first page. And based on what you get for a die roll and what you put in there is what your score is. So, like, example, if I got 17, it'd be +3, or if I got 16. Whereas I got, like, 4 minus 5, I get 3 minus. So this is optional. So I filled out all of these little skill things here. And you could just, since all of these are by a common thing, like wisdom will be judged by wisdom here, which would be -2. Whereas my performance here, which is charisma, is -0, but it gets +2 because I have proficiency with it, like the little mark thing says, so it's 3+. You can just check with these if you want, or if you just fill them out. I'm just going to leave them blank for the sake of the video right now. And we'll be moving on to the next thing, which is HP and all this. So right now, our hit dice is Rogue is 1d8. So we put 1d8 hit dice. And for our health, we get 8 plus our con modifier, as it says right there. So 8, what's our con modifier? Is -2. So we will have 6 HP. Not great for level 1, but you're supposed to be sneaky and stabby. Next up is little boxes for background and alignment up here. So for my alignment, I'll be choosing Lawful Evil. So I have a code of morals to follow, which I'll explain in another video for you people. And for background, I've chosen Criminal. Now we roll a D8, as it says in our little background thing here. Backgrounds are found at page 127. So we could choose 2 more skill proficiencies, which will be Deception and Stealth, which I already chose. And then we will have 1 type of gaming set. My specialty for this character is going to be Hired Killer. Alright, that time we're ready to move on to the next step, which will be your character. Alright, so first up will be personality trait. For this, we roll D8. You can choose these if you want, but it's more fun to roll them, because that gives you fun role-playing opportunities. For 7, the best way I can do something is for people so tell me I can't do it. Alright, after that, we are on to ideals. First, we roll D6. I got a 4, so my is greed. you can see that little thing there on the little end, which that can determine what you have. And I have evil in me, so I'm evil, so it works. And then we choose bonds. James Bond. James Bond. I roll 3. Something important was taken by me for me. And if you just want to make it simple, you can just put the gist of what you're writing here. Like, for example, I had something stolen from me. Finally, the best bit of any character, for a DM at least, is flaw, which is D6. I would tell the reveals when I'm lying. And with that done, we're ready to move on to the next step. Loot. Everything everyone loves to hear. Loot. So for loot, you get all these like little options here, which are pretty useful here. So for me, I would probably end up choosing a short sword. I'm actually just going to choose everything's A right there. And you get all those stuff at the bottom too. Next up, we are on to our background loot, which for us is a crowbar, a set of dark common clothes, including a hood, and a pouch containing 15 GP. So for the money, we just take our little thing here and mark it in the proper currency. CP is copper, SP is silver, EP is electrum, GP is gold, and PP is platinum. No one like ever uses these two. And with loot done, we are going to move on to proficiencies, which comes from our class and our bonus. So for proficiencies, we'll check under skill proficiencies here. Deception itself, well, we already have that. So tool proficiencies will be one type of gaming set and thieves tools. So we'll mark that down. And for rogue, our proficiencies is light armor, simple weapons, hand crossbows, etc., and thieves tools. That done, for gaming set, I put chest down, so it's just such a basic thing. And that's done for proficiencies. Now we are doing languages, and since we are Dragonborn, we have Draconic in common. This we'll use our trusty pen and jot those down. My handwriting is terrible, just FYI, so. And with that done, we are ready to move on to the next thing. Features and traits, and this is where we put abilities and stuff. So since we're level 1, we only get X number of abilities based on rogue class and Dragonborn. For quick sheets, we will just put down the name of the attack and put that all of our bonus. So for this, we put pen. Useful trick here, since we were just putting these down, we will put down the page number as well to make it ever so useful. You could do the same thing with spells, which I'll do in another video. Alright, for Dragonborn, we will get damage resistant, breath weapon, and draconic ancestry. All of which found on the page 34. And with that done, we have a fully functioning character sheet. Hope that really helped you guys. Please have a good day. And later on, we will end up doing spellcaster and fun themed characters. Bye. God bless.